Hey Libra, welcome to Tourmaline Tarot. We're going to do December read, see what's going on for you. Oops, hello. So, when the Sun is reversed, 9 of Wands reversed, 8 of Wands reversed, there's something that I feel like if something started well, it might have just pittered out. Like you were open to whatever happened, but like, okay. Like no harm, no foul. With this 3 of Wands, it's almost like you know something. It like you weren't that torn up about it because you know something's right on the other side of it. Let's see what it is. It's like you let your guard down, but it's not quite time yet. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Why is it not quite time for Libra? What does Libra need to do to get this crack-a-lackin'? There's a lack of commitment. I'm not saying there's a lack of spirituality, but there's also like a lack of, I'm trying to find the right word for this. It's not motivation. It's not for lack of trying, but there's also like, you just feel like maybe there's something not concrete enough. Like you can't hang your hat on it yet, and you're not buying into it, which is part of the problem. You're like, this is okay. It's almost like the same problem you had with whatever back here. You're like, it's a very meh feeling. Like, okay, well, it's like good enough for now. Whatever it is, good enough for now. But like you still have this really good optimism and like faith that like, yes, this is going to manifest, but it isn't here yet. Okay. So this 3 of Wands, what is Page of Cups wanted to come out. Sorry, not swords. We have the 3 of Wands. What about that? 10 of Swords, though. 10 of Swords and Chariot. Are there loose ends you're trying to tie up on something? Is there a Cancer that's really ticking you off? Do you just need something to be done in some way? It's like something has to close out before you can go. And like, believe me, Libra, you have got your bags locked and loaded. You're like, okay, like you ain't even leaving a toothbrush in the holder if that's the case. So like, you're like, I'm taking my socks, I'm taking my toothbrush, my charger, like whatever it is, like you're ready to go. Now, okay, what about, like, what can Libra do with this, you know, Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Hierophant reversed? What is this? What can Libra do? Ugh, I know. Honesty, forthrightness, clarity. In some way, though, you can kind of feel like you're just kind of going with the flow. Well, the Ace of Swords is like, yeah, you got to be a little more decisive. You got to have a little bit more clarity. You got to flesh this out a little more. Whatever it may be. So, Ace of Swords. What exactly for Libra is that? What is that Ace of Swords for Libra about? The Fool. It's like I said, it's like almost like you have to wipe the slate clean before you can go there. Like delete browser history, like whatever you're doing, like wiping fingerprints off, you're leaving no trace when it's go time. Yeah. But it's incredibly optimistic because, like, once it's, like I said, once this window opens, you go. So this Chariot, what is this about? Okay, hi, everybody. Well, it's the Empress reversed, okay? I don't view that as, like, for me, reversals are a not yet. We're not here yet. So once you tie up the loose ends and stuff, that's when things can start growing because you do have the Fool up right here, if you're honest about whatever this may be. I feel like this is very much you, and it's not any other situation. This could be job, relationship, etc. Now, what were you kind of like biding time with back here? What was Libra doing back there? Just kind of going with the flow. You know, the Strength reversed, it's not that you weren't being strong, but you also weren't pushing. You weren't applying. You weren't tugging at anything to make things go or move. Like I said, I'm not even going to say it was complacent. And I'm not going to say it was easy, but it was just like what needed to happen in that moment. You're like, I can't push. I can't make it a thing. I don't need things right now. not making anything a thing, and we're just going to roll with it. But when the thing stops rolling, like I said, it doesn't have to be like you physically going somewhere, but it could be an attitude switch where you're like, nope, thank you so much. So this Fool, what's on the other side for Libra with this Fool? I don't think you're going to be willing to want to work with anyone, because I'm getting more of the collaborative aspect. It's like, if you're going alone, you are going alone. You know, like, this is not a team effort. This is a Libra effort. For the better, I think. Because the Fool also embraces an optimism. The Three of Wands is also an optimistic thing. Like, you haven't lost your mojo, and you haven't lost your ability to plan stuff, but you're really like, I gotta go rogue. I'm gonna do me. And also the Hierophant reversed, Hierophant, if you view it as like schools, institutions, anything that's kind of like a company, corporation or whatever, you could be striking out on your own because you're like, I don't want to do that. If it's a career thing, I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. So there might be something a little non-traditional on the horizon for you, and you're not really taking anyone with you. So this Three of Pentacles reversed. Oh my God. All your worries at the door, baby. As you walk out of it. There's just like a big stress release, like a big, like, whew, all right, that's in the rear view. Like I said, there's a big push forward that you're just like, party of one, Libra. Now going on to the Oracle here, what are we talking about? Mountains. Okay, before I go in the direction I want to go, bouquet, train track. So the mountains can be like obstacles, stuff in your way. You could have been dealing with the stuff that's in your way, but then an offer comes in, an opportunity comes in that puts you on a new track, quite literally. Now, what about the offer pertains to your stability, home, etc. If there's any kind of family stuff going on, that's a good sign too. Because what you're just watching, though, this opportunity, I think the train track, it might be new to you, like completely. And you're just trying to, how like you'll watch someone, like you're almost like training. Like you're like, okay, I'm going to watch what this is doing, how this all plays out. But here's the letter and the garden. So there is social stuff coming out. There's stuff that is, like I said, invitations, communication, like new people you might be around. And you might be observing to see how, like, people interact with each other before you go opening your mouth or something. Because I'm really good at, like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. So you're trying to, like, stay out of that. Because what is that about? Yeah, the rose. It's like an opportunity, but also you have to have a level of strength to go with it, because roses are really beautiful, but they're also very hardy. And they have thorns, and you're not gonna wear them down. Even though when you prune them back so hard, you think like, oh, I killed this thing, but turns out you didn't. You just made it grow back better. So what was this obstacle? I don't know. The clouds. It's just kind of like there could have been a lot going on, and it could have been a long time coming. There could have been, I'm not a doctor, but like questions about health or, something that you felt like obligated to, or you just kind of knew, like, is this long term? Is it, there's a little bit of like stuckish energy there. Like, well, this is the way it is, but give me one more on this tree. Yeah, there's a recognition that no, it doesn't have to be whatever way it was, because Libra is doing their own Libra thing. So, like I said, just watch for something non-traditional. Those things that you're like, this can't work, and then you're like, wow, okay. Watch out for that. You got the frog with the animal oracle. So we have frog, which is prosperity, and like frogs are on my face. Let go of the past and embrace change. I don't know what we were just talking about. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop, because it's a frog. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await for you. Hello. All right, Libra, that's what I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.